Hi, welcome to Turnitin's Faster, Richer Feedback, how to create and customize your Turnitin QuickMarks. I'm Susan Tyler and I'm one of your presenters. I'm a solutions consultant at Turnitin, and I'm with my coworker.
Hi, I'm Tracy DeLillo. I am also a solutions consultant for Turnitin.
So today, in our short session, we're going to review some key concepts. We're going to give you an overview, the what and why of QuickMarks. We're going to talk about the creation, how to customize your QuickMarks, and even more with additional sets and a lot of extra stuff. We're going to talk about the data, the reports and statistics that we offer that coincide with using these QuickMarks. We're also going to address the application, best practices and key takeaways, how you can take it back to your classrooms today. And then at the end, we're going to wrap up with moving forward additional resources. We will also answer all questions at the end. So let's jump in and start off with the what and why of QuickMarks. So many of you may be familiar with QuickMarks, or as I prefer to call them, game changers. QuickMarks, which we're going to show you in just a minute, it's a feedback tool for immediate feedback. You're going to be able to differentiate your feedback and even tie it to your rubrics. And then all of this feedback is going to be compiled into a usage report that you can take and expand upon. So I know we're all educators and we know the importance about feedback, but I want to point out a few things. So let's take a moment and just kind of take a look at this. 78% of students believe that teacher feedback is very or extremely important, but they face challenges in receiving it and using it. 38% of students believe that they do not receive feedback in time to improve their work. This one strikes a chord with me because I know the importance of feedback. However, I also know how much I struggle as an educator to get them feedback in a timely manner. 60% of students are very or extremely likely to use feedback if they receive it during the task or immediately thereafter. So we all know that feedback needs to be timely, actionable, specific, available, and consistent. And we're going to show you today how QuickMarks and QuickMark sets and the customization of that can really help you address this and give your scholars the feedback immediately. So consistency is crucial when assessing students' work and giving them feedback to improve. If students think that their work is being judged according to a different standard, this can erode their trust and their motivation for learning. So in thinking about this, we're going to be showing you these QuickMarks and how to use them consistently and also how to just apply them quickly. So just remember that your scholars are going to see this and they're going to understand the standard upon which they are being scored. So we want to encourage this to motivate them for learning. So let's pause for a moment and actually see them in action. Tracy, do you mind opening up and sharing your account and maybe kind of giving us an overview of the QuickMarks?
Sure, Susan. So basically this is what I'm going to be covering in just the next few minutes, how to grab a set of QuickMarks, put them onto a student submission in various ways. So I'm going to share my screen now. Okay, so what we are looking at here, I decided to kind of start in my assignment inbox in case anyone needs a little refresher on how you open up Feedback Studio and start using the feedback tools and Turnitin. So I'm looking at all of my different student submissions, and I'm just going to go ahead and open up the Turnitin Feedback Studio for Paul Jones by clicking on his similarity score. This opens up what we call Feedback Studio, sometimes called the document viewer, and there's a lot that happens here in the document viewer. If you look at the right side of the screen, you'll see that there are 3 different sections. We've got, of course, the similarity report, which is so crucial for Turnitin, and the grammar checker at the bottom, but we are focusing on grading tools and specifically QuickMarks. So I'm just going to click on the QuickMark icon here and open up the QuickMarks sidebar. So just to reiterate, QuickMarks are those reusable comments that you use when you're grading students' papers. And the way this works is we have a bunch of built-in QuickMark sets. And if you just click on that drop-down menu, you'll see all the sets that are built in. And once you're looking at a QuickMark set, you can click on any of these QuickMarks and see the description at the bottom of the screen. And the way you use them is just to grab them and drag them onto the paper. So you're putting those quick marks wherever they apply in the student's submission. If you are not interested in dragging and dropping and want to do things a little bit different, you can click on the screen and you'll see the quick mark icon, and you can grab from the set you're looking at and put it there that way. Finally, if you want to apply a quick mark to a specific section, you can grab some text, highlight it, let go. You'll see the quick mark icon, click on that, and of course, you're picking your quick mark again. When you're doing highlighting, you actually have the option of changing the highlighting color. So if you're someone who's really interested in color coding things, you can choose different colors for different ideas. And you can also move this quick mark sort of out of the way. It will be attached to the highlighted section with a line. So this is the super basic overview of how you use the quick marks. A couple of other things I'll point out while I'm looking at them. One is you can add an additional comment to a quick mark. So if you click on that quick mark, you'll see the add comment field. And you can type whatever additional information you want to share with the student there. And that'll add the comment bubble so that the student knows there's additional comments with this quick mark. Also, you can delete any quick marks you're not using by just clicking on the quick mark and clicking the trash can icon. So if you've dragged one in and maybe you find a better one, or you just decide, you know what, I was wrong about that comment, you can delete anything you decide not to use. And keep in mind that I have so far been using just this one quick mark set. You're not stuck with one quick mark set per submission. You can be changing quick mark sets and using multiple ones. So you just change the set, grab the quick mark and pull it in. That's pretty much it for the super basic overview of how you use quick marks. Susan, is there anything you want to add to this?
No, I encourage people to take a look, and we'll drill into this a little bit more and check out a lot of these different quick mark sets that we offer, because we already have some that are pre-created, but we're also going to show you how you can also add your own and create your own in a little bit. Now, let's take a look at how we can customize our quick marks and more. So we know the importance of customizing our feedback, but do you know that you can actually write your own quick marks? So if you can't find one in that list that she was showing you or in multiple sets, you can actually create your own. We're also going to show you that you can tie your quick marks to rubrics. And what that means is you put a comment in one section, you can tie it to a specific criteria in that rubric, which we're going to show you. You also have the ability to create quick mark sets that are customized. So maybe if you are using it for a lab report or a specific type of research paper, create a set that you have those commonly used phrases that will apply mainly to that assignment. And with that being said, you can share quick mark sets. So if I create a great set to be used for a lab report or maybe a social studies specific research paper, I can share that same set with Tracy, my coworker, and she can use that same set with her scholars as well. That's going to promote the consistency. And then finally, we offer quick mark sets on our website that you can actually import and use. We have a lot of different ones that are associated with holidays and different assignment types and subject areas. So that's just to kind of give you an overview of some of the customization, which we're going to actually hop in and show you in a minute. So Tracy, let's see them in action.
Thanks, Susan. So as Susan said, we're going to start looking now at how you actually manage your quick mark sets, create those customized sets, and a couple of other things that you can do with the quick marks. So let me share my screen again. Okay, so here we are back in Paul Jones' paper where we were adding those quick marks before. And at this point, I'm going to come over here to where my quick mark sets are, and I'm going to click on the gear wheel next to the drop-down menu, and this is going to open up the Quick Mark Manager. So within the Quick Mark Manager, there's a number of things you can do. So first of all, if you just want to look at the details of any of the sets that are built in, you can click on that set, see all the quick marks, and by clicking on each of the quick marks, you can see the descriptions. Another thing you can do here that I really like is you can manage sets. So if you click on manage sets, so if you click on the sets that you want to hide, click on that eye icon, that'll put a line through it. And what you're doing is you're going to hide them so that when you click on that drop-down menu to see the sets that are available to you, you'll only see the ones that you use often. So this is a great way to speed things up as well. So I'm just going to hide some of these just for fun. So you can manage those sets. Also, from this screen, you can upload a set. So there's a bunch of QuickMarks sets. Obviously, we have all these ones built in, right? But there are others on our Turnitin.com resources page, which Susan's going to give the link to at the end of this presentation. And you can grab those from the website and upload them. Or if you've created a set, you can download it. And it's grayed out right now because I'm not looking at a particular set that I can download. And you can share those with your colleagues. So what we're going to do now, though, is we're going to create a new set. So this is where you're creating those custom sets that you may use for one assignment or for many assignments. So you click Create New Set, and you give the new set a name. Let's just call this Webinar Set. And once you've saved your new set, what you can do is start creating QuickMarks from scratch. So you can just click the button that says Create QuickMark, give this QuickMark a name. And obviously yours will be way better than what I'm putting here. Save that. And then you can just create another one. We'll call this one Not Good, just because I'm feeling silly. Save that. And so you can keep going on adding your different QuickMarks. Notice though, what I haven't done so far is you can use these sort of formatting tools. So I'm just going to put in, I'm going to put in my description, and I'm going to bold this. I'm going to italicize it, and I'm going to put a hyperlink there. And this will actually be a link that the student can open while they're looking at that QuickMark. So that's how you would create your QuickMarks from scratch for this set. But what probably will make some of you happy is that you can actually just grab existing QuickMarks from other sets and add them to your custom set. So while you're here, if you just go to one of the sets that's on the list, let's maybe go to Narrative Expressions. And let's say there's a handful of QuickMarks I like from this set. I can click on the QuickMark and add it. And then I just choose the set I created. And I've added it to that set. I can add more than one QuickMark at a time by using that Control-Click thing that you're probably all familiar with. Again, add to set, grab the set I created. And when I go back to this set that I created, you're going to see the ones that I created from scratch, plus the ones I just pulled in from that other set. And you can go through all the different sets, find the QuickMarks, and add them to the custom set. And this custom set, by the way, will be available to you forever now. It's not tied to a specific assignment. It's just going to show up on your list of QuickMark sets. So let me close this. So a couple other things you can do. Susan mentioned the fact that you can associate QuickMarks with rubrics, which I love. So notice I have a rubric set up for this particular assignment, and I'll just quickly, add some levels here and apply that. So when you are looking at your QuickMarks, notice if I click on a QuickMark, it has this link that says Assign Criterion. When I click on that, I get a list of the criteria from the rubric I'm using, and I can just click on whichever criterion I'm associating it with. And in a second, this QuickMark, there we go, should update with that rubric icon. So the student knows that the QuickMark is tied to the rubric. And if you look over here where I have my rubric, you see the little bubble appears on the rubric criterion showing it's associated with the QuickMark. And you can click on it and see which QuickMark was associated with it. And the students see this very much like the teachers see it. So they're going to know exactly how they were assessed, and they can say, well, why did I only get 3 out of 5 on style? Well, it's because you need to support this with an example. And one more thing you can do here is, let's say you're using some of the other annotation tools here, like just creating a comment. So if I click on the comment bubble, and I'm just adding a free form comment here, please see me during office hours. Let's say I find myself typing this a lot. I might want to convert that to a quick mark, so I can just grab it, drag and drop. So I click convert to quick mark. I would give it, a short little name, decide which set I'm going to add it to. So right now I'm adding it to the custom set I just created, and save that. And now I'm going to have that quick mark available to me. Here it is. It's called Office, and I can just pull it into anybody's submission. And actually, you can add quick marks to sets that exist. You don't have to add them to your custom sets. So, Susan, is there anything I missed or anything you want to add here?
No, I think that's terrific. One of the things that I always like to remind educators is with that rubric, and when you're tying your quick marks to your rubric, is that oftentimes we're quick to point out the things of why we're taking off points. But we do have a quick mark set that it spotlights strengths. And one of them is more basic and one is more advanced. So when your scholars do get 5 out of 5 on that rubric, tell them this is why. Associate that positive quick mark, so that way they know we want you to repeat these behaviors. This is exactly why you got that high score. So, it's a great way to tie your quick marks to your rubrics to really kind of validate the scoring with it, and to show our scholars where they need to improve very specifically, but also quickly. Let's now move on to reports and statistics. So when we're talking about data points, we have the ability in here to view the quick mark sets, the usage of that, and then drill into them. And Tracy's going to show us that in a minute. And you can also download your reports. And Turnitin administrators can also run data statistics. So Tracy, do you want to maybe jump in and kind of show them around some of the usage reports and what they can do with it?
Sure. So we're going to talk a little bit about the online grading reports that are in Turnitin, and then I'm going to show you something that admins can do. So that's going to be one for the admins. So let me share my screen again. Okay, so what you are looking at now, this is a different assignment where I've already done all of my grading. And notice again, we're back in the assignment inbox, but now I want to point out this link here that says online grading report. And when you click on online grading report, you're actually going to get a lot of really good information here. So you can get details about the E-Rate grammar checker, about the rubric criteria you applied, but we're again just focusing on quick marks. So notice when I'm looking at this quick marks tab, what it's showing me are the sets that I used. So I used 4 different quick marks sets for this particular assignment, and how many quick marks in each of those sets that I applied to each of these students' submissions. I can export this report and get a nice CSV. If I wanted to, I could export the reports from all of my assignments and kind of put them together to see how it all matched up for the class. I can also drill down even further. So if I click where it says details underneath the name of the quick mark set, this is then going to show me all the quick marks in that set and how many times that individual quick mark was applied to the student. And again, I can export this as a report as well and get a CSV where I can look at all the individual quick marks. So this could be useful if you've created a quick mark set of your own. Maybe you've got this custom quick mark set that you created and you want to look at the statistics to see maybe where you've used some of those quick marks a lot and maybe you haven't used some of them at all, and you might want to go back in and change up that quick mark set and delete some of the things you're not using, or maybe break some into additional quick marks. So that's what you can see as a teacher. In addition, admins can get some additional statistics. So I'm going to switch to an administrator login here and show you what they're able to do. So when you are a Turnitin administrator, you can look at stats that are for everything that's happening in your institution. So the admin can run a report of what's happening at your school. You can change the dates here, of course, to make it just a month or like an entire school year or just a semester. And this button that says download full report, allows the administrator to download all the details broken down by class or by instructor. And I have one that I can show you. So this is an example, and I've changed the information to protect the innocent, but it's real data. I just changed the name of the school. But you can see what it's showing is how many submissions were made across the school or institution, but there's the QuickMarks column that I've highlighted here. So you can see that you can look at individual classes and see how many QuickMarks were used. So this is some really interesting data that if you are a teacher and you don't have the ability to do this yourself, you might ask your Turnitin admin to run these reports, and you might even get sort of a friendly competition going. And I know Susan wanted to speak to that point.
I do. Thanks, Tracy. You know, as an educator, I think we'll do almost anything for a candy bar or possibly to wear jeans to school if that's not a part of your dress code. So I do encourage administrators and even teachers to encourage their Turnitin administrators to look at this data. Maybe have some friendly competition to see which department can at least have one assignment using QuickMarks within the next 2 weeks. So you know, we'll do anything. You know, what would you do for a Klondike bar? I would definitely drop in some QuickMarks for that. So within the classroom application, remember to highlight your students' strengths. Remember to don't just point out what they did wrong, remind them of what they're doing right so they can repeat that. And in doing so, tie those QuickMarks to rubrics. Super easy. Open that QuickMark, assign it to that criteria. Teach your students how to access this feedback. Don't let them just think that they just need to read it that says office hours. Have them click into it and open it up to read the additional information. Because like Tracy showed you, there may be a link to additional resources in there. Open up and download those reports. Note the deficits and the growth. Look for different areas. Do you find yourself sticking only to specific types of comments? Maybe you need to stretch it out a little bit and challenge yourself to start using source credibility QuickMarks in different sets. Apply that data to modify your instruction, and also work as a team to create sets for various assignments, your team or departments, and share them out with friends. This can easily be done during a professional learning community meeting, a department meeting, or even if you just grab another teacher that you teach with. Create a set and start using them for that consistency. So Tracy mentioned earlier, we do have additional resources for you. We have all of our help documents at help.turnitin.com. I usually suggest that you just bookmark that. So add that as a bookmark so you'll have that available. But also, if you go to turnitin.com, and you can click on our resources tab at the top, or go to turnitin.com/resources. There, you will find a lot of resources, including lesson plans and QuickMarks sets that you can actually upload, additional ones that are specific to different assignment types, and also, like I said, some fun ones that you can add around the holidays and other things. Or you can also use that turnitin.com/resources/QuickMarks. Also, please keep an eye on our events page. We are constantly adding additional events, and we want you to be a part of them. Sign up for it even if you can't attend so you can get sent a recording afterwards. Now it's time for us to address your questions. We did have one that did ask, is the online grading report for the instructors available through LTI, or would instructors have to log into the native site? Tracy, do you want to answer that since you really dipped in and showed our reports?
Sure. So unfortunately, right now, the online grading report is not available through the LTI integration in learning management systems. The only place you can get that is either through the Turnitin.com website or through a Blackboard Basic integration. However, that is about to change. There's a new feature that's bringing the online grading report to the LTI integration, and that's going to be available very, very soon. In fact, if you are watching this recording instead of watching it live, it's possible that the online grading report has already been added to the LTI. So look out for that new feature, and thank you, because that was a really great question.
It is. I do highly encourage you to go to turnitin.com and click on our resources tab at the top, or turnitin.com/resources. And if you scroll about midway down, we do have our latest QuickMarks sets that you can download. And we have source credibility QuickMarks that have built-in videos in some of them. We have additional ones for short answer, science, social studies, all sorts of different sets that you can go ahead and add to your sets. And I mentioned earlier also that we even have some that focus around the holidays, which are a lot of fun to be able to customize your feedback. So is there a QuickMarks set that checks APA format? No, there's not. It won't actually check APA format, but we do have some that address your citations. Tracy, anything else you want to add to that?
Nope, I think that's the best answer.
You can just kind of point out that, that citation needs to be adjusted. And again, you can also make those QuickMarks very specific as well if you want to create your own. And then once QuickMarks sets, so another question, once QuickMarks sets are shared with other teachers, edits or additions won't be seen in other accounts. Correct. Once it's in yours, that's kind of how you will see it. And don't forget, if you'd like custom training for your institution, you can have your account administrator reach out to your Turnitin representative. We will gladly do a custom session for you, a live custom session in which we will answer your specific questions and focus on specific topics that you would like us to cover. All right. Well, just remember, check out those resources. We will be sending out all of the information. So please be sure to bookmark our turnitin.com/resources page and take a look at that, as well as our help documents at help.turnitin.com. And remember, if you would like that custom training for your institution, have your account administrator reach out to your Turnitin representative. And also be sure to check out our events that are upcoming and additional webinars. Remember, even if you can't make it live on this session like you all did for us, you can actually sign up. And if you cannot attend, we will still send you a copy of that recording so you still get the good stuff. Well, thank you so much for your time today. We really appreciate you taking some time to hop on and join us. And we hope to see you on additional webinars in the future. Thank you so much. Make it a great day.